So from part 1 of the video, it is clear that theta and minus theta give us 2 points which are either in quadrant 1 and 4 or 2 and 3, always. Theta and minus theta. Whatever may be the value of theta, when you locate it, theta, if theta is going in first quadrant, minus theta will go in the fourth quadrant. And if theta goes in the second quadrant, then this will go in third quadrant, and vice versa. Means if it is in the fourth quadrant, this will go in the first quadrant. If theta is in the third quadrant, it will go in the second quadrant. That can be easily understood. Okay, if theta 1 is an acute angle, then minus theta 1 is also an acute because the magnitude is not changed. It's still theta 1 but in the opposite direction. So if it is an acute, it will go in the first quadrant and it will go in the fourth. So here, that's what, if it is theta is in 1, minus theta is in fourth. If it is an obtuse angle, then your theta 2 is going in second quadrant and minus theta 2 is going in the third quadrant. This is what I am trying to say, second and third. If suppose this angle is minus theta 3, means it has this is the terminal ray and it has come all the way from here till here. Okay, then if this is this reflex angle is minus theta 2, then positive theta 2 will be till here. Again, they will be in fourth and first. So, theta and minus theta, these two angles which are same in magnitude but in opposite in direction, either belongs to 1 and 4 or 2 and 3. They will never be like theta is belonging to first and minus theta is third. Then those angles are not same. Now, one more thing, whenever, suppose take one case. In fact, I have proved this in the first video. These two, as they lie in the first and fourth quadrant, so let us focus on their coordinates. Okay, before we go to the coordinates, let's focus on one more thing. These two triangles I made here are congruent. No? They are congruent by SAS. I explained previously also. Just see. They are congruent. That means this perpendicular is equals to this perpendicular and this base is same. Okay. If I come here, same. This is the sine component of this point and this is the cos component. Here also sine and component. Even these two triangles are congruent, because this angle is pi minus theta 2 and this angle is also pi minus theta 2. Okay, so these are also congruent. Can you see here something? As they are congruent, so their perpendiculars are same, base is common. Here also, their perpendicular are same and the base is common. Okay, so what does this give you? That means their cos component is exactly same. But their sine component are same in magnitude but opposite in sign. Why? Because in the second and third quadrant, sine component are of opposite sign. Similarly, in first and fourth quadrant, cos component is same and the sine component are of different sign. Although the magnitudes are same of the sine component, cos component, every sine component of this is equals to sine component of this in magnitude. And the cos component is exactly identical. Both of them have positive. So now we can sum up for sine and cos again. 1 and 4th. Sine component opposite in sign. Cos component same in sign and magnitude is same. So I suppose this is enough to sum up that sine of minus theta is equals to minus sine theta. Sine theta is not equals to sine component of theta and sine component of minus theta. They are not exactly equal. They are equal in magnitude but opposite in sign. That's why this. And cos of minus theta is actually equals to cos theta. So whatever may be the value of theta, these two things will hold true. Okay, thank you.